Hello, and this is Mr. Varn from King's Peak Language Arts. And today we're going to talk about poetry explication. Now, this is a skill that you will use if you wish to understand poetry. It is how you explain poetry. Poetry explication has certain terms you need to know how to use, such as persona, which is the character the author uses to illustrate a point in a poem. The persona of the poem is a made-up personality that the poem embodies. Imagery, the appeals to the visual senses in a poem. Tone, the emotional response created by the author's word choice in the reader. It's kind of similar to mood. Theme, the main idea or concept of a poem. Then you have literal language, the language used in a poem on a surface level without any interpretation or metaphor. And figurative language, the language used in a poem that has layers of meaning, employs metaphor, and makes allusion. Connotations, the set of associations that occur to people when they read or hear a specific word. Think about the difference between portly or fat, beautiful or handsome. Sensory details, writing or speech that appeals to one or more of the senses. Hyperbole, deliberate exaggeration or overstatement. Extended metaphors, just as a regular metaphor, a writer speaks or writes of the subject as though it was something else. An extended metaphor, however, sustains the comparison for several lines or for the entire poem. Onomatopoeia, words that imitate sound. Speaker, the imaginary voice assumed by the writer of the poem. Unlike a persona, a speaker can be just a character in the poem. A persona is usually to make a point. Metaphor, a figure of speech in which one thing is spoken of as if it was another, without like or as. Personification, a type of figurative language in which non-human subjects are given human characteristics.